Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and let's get right into this. We've got quite a few things to cover off, and especially when it comes to the price of what is happening, what we're going on at the moment when it comes to XRP. So the XRP whales, the Binance ban, the ZA crypto block, new FX licenses, and you know what? Welcome to another week of crypto where everything can happen, and it is the industry that we're in. So much to cover off, so many things to see. What is going on with Binance? Where is it all heading? I'm not talking about Binance today, but I'm purely, just sticking to the XRP topic. But there is so much going on a daily basis. So incredible, just what goes on in the entire industry. But it has been a busy week. So XRP Millionaire has transferred 26 million coins from Binance. Now, I think this was initially, when we heard about such a large number going off the exchange, we thought, oh, here we go again. Maybe, a dump coming or something negative coming. And in fact, it's actually people covering off their bases. And, Binance at the moment, having things inside Binance around the world at the moment has a certain risk. And so it's been a very tough week for Binance, but it is a monster. It is huge. And I think it will bounce back. So people taking large amounts of XRP out of Binance is, because of these news, right? There's no other ulterior motive. I just wanted to cover that off because I know you guys ask about this stuff. Now, I know that at the moment where we're at, once we break out of the 70 cents mark and we break strongly out of the 70 cents mark and retest 70 cents, then we are set and ready, to break this particular triangle. Breaking this particular triangle should give us, give or take, a move towards the 120, 125, 140s, and then beyond from there. But we're waiting to see. Failure to break this would probably go down to 40 cents, but just want to keep you guys in the loop. Now, it is, XRP is having a massive launch pad forming well before the move, and we're waiting now, and sometimes the market just moves too fast to get an entry point. And what he's talking about here is where we're at right now and the kind of moves that we're making and just what's happened and what is about to continue to happen. It's a move that we've been waiting for. It's about to be here, but the market is clever. It's not going to be straightforward, but when it does happen, it will be fast, and that's what's really, really exciting. I want to go a little bit about, the on-demand liquidity. There was talks about, JP Morgan creating its own token. By now, don't be alarmed because, the transaction and the amount of transactions that the JP Morgan token can do is really no big deal. Like, it's not even 1/10 of the speed and the transactions that Ripple can do. On the other hand as well, it was built ages ago. I don't know why it's making news now around the world, but it does not compare to the RippleNet's on-demand liquidity. And I want to show you guys on the Ripple website, there is an on-demand liquidity video about one of the companies, GoLance, which is like freelancer.com and Fiverr and all them. But I want to show you how this particular company is able to use the on-demand liquidity of Ripple and how that will impact things in the long term. So let me run this through with you. Play this, and then we're going to talk about on-demand liquidity and why that is so critical.
The company is entirely comprised of freelancers. So we're a freelance company for freelancers by freelancers. We build technology and tools to help our clients recruit, hire, manage, and most importantly, pay freelancers globally. When we work with RippleNet, we hyper-focus on underserviced corridors that have the greatest problem. So we can go to parts of the world where there's the greatest opportunity for growth that are having the most difficult payment challenges. The guy in the Philippines who makes $50 a week, they've completed their timesheet, they're getting a payout over a long weekend. Someone who's making $50 on the other side of the planet cannot wait 3 days to get paid. And when they do, if we're working with maybe one of your industry counterparts that's charging $2 to $5 per transaction, that's 5 to 10%. Would you like to pay 5 to 10% of your salary just to the bank that sends you the money? Of course not. Working with RippleNet, we get rid of that fee and we solve the problem of the long weekend because the XRP ledger never sleeps. And when I can shoot a payment through RippleNet Friday at 3 p.m. when all the banks are closed and they don't open again until Tuesday, that goes from fiat through XRP to fiat in his currency where he can buy groceries. And all of that happens in seconds. It's the future to work with money that doesn't sleep and doesn't close the door when the banks do.
I just find those type of testimonials so simplistic in their nature. And on-demand liquidity is that this is exactly the problem that this particular company and its token is looking to resolve. It's liquid, it's fast, and it's affordable. And we must not forget, because during times where, you know, the prices might be a little bit down, or, you know, things happen, right? Like we've been having, we've been, compared to $1.98 when we reached her, it feels like 2 years ago that it reached her, but really it was April. But sometimes we forget, right? And the on-demand liquidity and the problem the XRP Ripple solve is a real problem. And it will be massive around the world when everybody adopts it. And that is why I'm so passionate about bringing this information to you, because it's the biggest problem out there. And once it is solved using the instant liquidity of XRP and Ripple, it will be unbelievable what will happen to these organizations and companies around the world, where, you know, you can pay everybody within 3 seconds and at a fraction of the cost that it is now. And more importantly, what's going to happen to the Ripple XRP price, which is going to be huge. Absolutely huge. So many things to discuss here today about, you know, the prices and where we're going. Now, at the moment, at the time of making this, we're sitting at 64 cents. And if we look at the last day on CoinMarketCap and what has been going on, you know, we had a massive volume come up, and I will bring that up later on. Now, there is also the talks about centralized versus concentrated. Very different. So Ripple has control of over 12% of the nodes. You need 80% of the nodes for approval of transactions. So XRP is not centralized. I just want to clarify that. Make sure you guys know that. Great tweet here about this particular topic, because it is a topic that does come up about it's centralized, it's centralized, it's centralized. It's not. It's actually not centralized. That was the company golance.com. That was a company that was mentioned during that particular that particular testimonial on the Ripple website. And you can see under the partners that it works with, that you got Ripple Pioneer and all these other different payment transactions companies as well. So really cool to see that and to see that type of testimonial. Let's jump into Atani and see what Atani is telling us today. Okay, so the very first obvious thing that you can see if you haven't been looking at the charts over the last couple of hours, I did mention during yesterday's video that all the signals and all the indicators pointed towards the market going up. Long and behold, 15 and a half hours later, we're up. And we are up by 4%, okay? So let's slow down here. We're not up by, like 20, 30, 40%. But it goes to show that indicators and understanding indicators is good and is very, very valuable. And the MACD, the RSI, the Bollinger Band, they were all pointing towards the market going up, and it has proved me right, which I am very thankful for. Now, when we look at the hour, the 4 hour, they've all gone into bullish segments. When we look at the 12 hour, the 12 hour is just popped out into a bullish trend on the MACD. RSI is sitting towards the bottom as well, and the MACD and the Bollinger Band is sitting in the middle. Now, when we look at the daily chart, and we look over here, we were outside of the Bollinger Band. We've come back inside the Bollinger Band. We are about to cross over into bullish, but not yet. So, we got the 12-hour one compared to yesterday's video, and now we're waiting for the daily to turn into a bullish segment as well. Now, when we look at the weekly chart on the MACD and the RSIs, still a long way to go compared to where we were. So, of course, on a weekly trend, there's still plenty of movement that needs to happen in order for this to now swing back up and do that. Generally, when it comes to MACD and RSIs, daily, 1 hour, 4 hour, 12 hour, don't look at over, a week time, right? Because, the weekly is also measuring the fact that we did hit 198 at a point as well. So I just wanted to clarify that to make sure you guys are aware of it as well. I will be bringing tomorrow an updated video as well on Atani. There's been a whole bunch of new features that have rolled out, which is super cool to see. Let's jump into some charts. Let's see what they're telling us. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the previous bull run, the 2014 to 2017 movement, the 2017 to 2018 movements, and what occurred there, and where we are right now, and what could happen. All speculative at the moment, right? And as always, it's really, really important when it comes to this type of stuff to look at it from based on previous data is not enough to say this is exactly what's going to happen. Just want to make that very clear, very transparent. However, when we look at what happened and the spikes, and then we look at 2017, what occurred and the spike, and then, the market drops down, that there, if that is to replicate identically to what occurred last time, then we will sit at $120 to $180 XRP range. Again, I'll repeat, if history were to repeat itself. Doesn't mean that history is going to repeat itself, but I'm saying if history does repeat itself, a $120 to $180 XRP token, which I think in today's world compared to 2017, 2018, with your Twitters, your TikToks, your Instagrams, your Facebooks, and everybody tagging each other and all that, I think probably if we were to go above 100, we probably would go towards the 180 because the sheer FOMO that would kick in into overdrive around the world would be absolutely insane. Now, again, I want to mention, this is just based on if history were to repeat itself. And that's all I'm going to leave it at. There's nothing at the moment indicating that we're going to go anywhere near that. Now, we remain bullish as long as we remain above, this particular red line. So that is the 60 cents, flat 60 cents red line. And we've been, hovering around that, we've been, sort of moving around those there. And now from here, where do we go? So obviously after that, once we break out of this falling wedge, then we will go up. Now, is there still a possibility of going down to 40 cents before going up? Well, based on this particular pattern of the falling wedge, then the analytical analyst side of me would say, yeah, that does look like that could happen. But I'm not going to say that at the moment, and it is no financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just don't see it. I don't see us. It's just like I didn't see us going into $25,000 Bitcoin range. I don't see it. There's too much demand. What I do see is a move to the 340, a sideways action, and then going up from there. I do see that because for me, everything that has been going on, I think that is very likely to happen. Very likely. So the noise and everything that has been going on right now, that was the start of the correction. And where we are now and where we're moving towards is, kick-starting again. Now, there is a potential cup and handle forming here, and I will be, keeping a very close eye on this. This is on the monthly chart, by the way. So we're talking about we talk about very long periods of time, but on the monthly chart, this looks like, it's a 1,581 day movement that would see us go to $3.53 at the moment, based on, this particular cup and handle. I don't like to do those kind of things. I like to look at what's going on in a micro segment. But again, that could be something that we need to really discuss and look into as we move towards the end of this month. But essentially, we're going to break out of here and move up. And that, I think, is something that is going to happen. Once, again, we are out of this particular pattern at the moment, but we're looking to see, are we going to go back in here and then bounce off, or are we out and in the clear? We will keep a very, very close eye. So again, just to make sure that everybody's aware of what I've mentioned here, history, if history were to repeat itself, it'd be $120 to $180 XRP token. Again, a lot of things have to happen for that to even have a chance to occur. So just want to make sure you guys are aware and we clarify this point. I'm not saying that we're going to $120 or $180 anytime soon. But if history were to repeat itself, then this particular pattern would be the pattern that it would follow. Now, if you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.